Farm Bureau Insurance wants you to join us for a concert in Virginia Beach this season. We're giving away 2 premium seats, VIP parking, and VIP club passes to every concert this year. Register now online at farmbureaulive.com.
Thank you very much. Well, we're of course thrilled with winning the championship. I thought we played extremely well defensively. And they say defense wins championships, and of course today, and in this tournament for us, that turned out to be true. You know, aside from how well we shot in the first half from three-point range, our key was our defense. And you know, I couldn't be more proud of our players and our program, and you know, to win a conference championship of this conference's magnitude is really, really special, and my players deserve, you know, all the accolades and just all the accolades they get. So we're extremely happy. Well, we thought that Dayton's extremely potent in transition and on the offensive backboard. You know, those two areas they excel, where it's very difficult to stop them if they're out and running, and that much more difficult if they're controlling the offensive backboard. And we felt if we could control those, if we could, you know, do a solid job on those two areas, that our half-court defense could step up and defend them. And I thought we were good. They had a couple of runs, and you know, where they were moving the ball up the court fast. But for the most part, I thought we played good transition defense and outstanding half-court defense. I thought that was really the key. Yeah, that was, you know, that's something that is normally not a tremendous strength of ours, but where we did it, we've done it well in different games, but this tournament was probably the most consistent we've ever rebounded. And you know, part of it is, you know, when Darius is in the game, we go from being a fairly average rebounding team to an above average to good rebounding team, and a good defensive team to a great defensive team. So, you know, I think it was something that we're very much focused on. We want to improve. About 2 years ago, we looked at our stat sheet from the season, and it was very, very good. You know, good percentages across the board, very high assists, low turnovers. And we thought if we could get to the point where we shot more foul shots than our opponent, and we're even or a little better on rebounding, that we'd be really, really good. And we have shot more foul shots, and our rebounding numbers we're inching closer to even. So when we do that, I think we're tough to beat. So, you know, it starts obviously with Kevin and having so many seniors on the floor, guys who have been there before, not being rattled. The expression on their faces don't change. Certainly there's an urgency to what we're trying to do in those situations, but there's no panic. And I think, you know, for us, you know, scoring doesn't come easily to us, but it comes more easily than it does to some teams. And so it's not something we're always worried about. And I think our guys know that, and know that we have the ability to be a very good offensive team, so we don't get too down. Well, as far as him hitting every big shot we need, that's a little bit of a broken record in Richmond. He's hit you know, so many big shots for us, and has made so many big plays for us during the course of his career. I could not overstate how much he has meant to our program. And as far as it was such a special moment, you know, not only, you know, it's hard to win championships and to have enough of a lead where you can take him out of the game. We got him 30 seconds of rest there, so I hope he appreciates that. And I just told him, you know, how much he has meant to me personally in our program, and how proud I am of him and everything that he's been able to accomplish. It was great. You know, Dan came in. Dan's a fifth-year senior and came in his freshman year. We won 8 games. We were recruiting Dan. He had committed to us the previous year, and we lost to St. Joe's by about 150. And he was at the game, and you know, we talked briefly about how important it was for him to be ready to go when we got there. And he went through that 8-win season, which is difficult. You know, we're very, very young, and it was there were a lot of challenges. Every night we were playing a team that was stronger, better, more talented. And then for us to take that, you know, and Dan has essentially been here from the beginning, and to improve as much as we have, and get to the point where he's cutting down the net as a major contributor and a leader. Is just great. It just not only has he done all of that on the floor, but he's overcome injuries and surgeries to put himself in the position to be a great player on a championship team. He's one of the best and certainly one of the most valuable players in the country. I don't get to watch as many guys, and evaluate them, but I wouldn't take anybody over him. I can tell you that. And he has a tremendous knack to make big plays without forcing the issue. I don't know that I've ever seen it from a player before, but he has just an incredible ability to make the big play. And when you look back over his career, you have to try to make those big plays, but he has rarely or never made just a horrendous play. And so it's just this ability without forcing anything to make a big play. It's amazing. No, I don't. Well, I know we won't be in Dayton. I don't, and I don't even know the cities, to be honest with you. My sister's from Charlotte. She said that's one of the sites, so that'd be nice. But I don't really know the cities. When you're living and dying with this bracket talk, I think that's one of the most impressive things our team has done. We've been on this bubble here for about a month, and because it's studied so closely, you end up picking apart all these teams who are having in the middle of these great seasons, and you're not celebrating these teams for having 22, 23, 24 wins, and they're just picking apart the losses that you have and the different parts of the media, and it's impossible to escape at this point with the internet and with all the television. So I think that's impressive for our guys, how well we've played in the face of that. I don't think we've had too many moments of panic or feeling overwhelmed at what we were up against, all of that. So I'm really proud that they've handled themselves in that manner that well. Well, I think it really it means we go in having won our last game, and we're going in, we feel like we're playing well, we feel like we're playing great defensively. But it really means that we've won our last game and beat 3 very good A-10 teams to be champions. And I don't know if it changes our mindset as much as the matchup's going to impact us, whoever we play. But I think as far as how we feel about our team and ourselves right now is very, very positive.